I cannot believe it. This morning I did a video that I said I cannot believe it that Carlos Baleba to Manchester United has a possibility. Although David Ornstein tweeted it last night and also confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, more reports coming out to say that Manchester United are seriously going in for Carlos Baleba. But there is a stumbling block, and that is Brighton demands of £90 million up to 100 with add-ons. Guys, this is Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV. We're also going to say that Rasmus Højlund is out of the door, potentially going to AC Milan. We're also going to talk about Garnacho getting closer to join Chelsea, and what is these two deals has to do with Carlos Baleba, which we're going to discuss as well. And Benjamin Sesco, here we go. Personal terms, £150 leading up to £200 per week, a 5-year contract with 1 year extension. Let's send this transfer bullet, and do not forget to what? Like and subscribe.
And Garnacho!
Has the Premier League ever been more challenging?
Will you be in the dugout at Old Trafford on Sunday? I will be here. Definitely. I don't know.
Okay, let's go.
Good afternoon, people. Welcome back to MUFC Realist TV. This is the second video that I do today, and boy, do we have an exclusive coming in from Leipzig itself. Just in Benjamin Sesco to Manchester United. Full agreement. Here we go between Manchester United and the player campus himself. Only a few minor details left before it's done deal wrap between Manchester United and RB Leipzig that currently, as we speak in this recording, are sitting in and ironing out the final details, which I've been told it is only around the add-ons, which is achievable add-ons, and also the installment plans. So nothing to worry about. What I've been also told by the agent camp, it's a 5-year deal reaching to June 2030 with an option for an extra year. From speaking also to the agency camp, we also understand that I can confirm that his salary will bump up from 93,000 per week to 150, leading up to potential leading to 200,000 K per week, with bonuses if United are qualifying to the Champions League. Official confirmation expected to be hearing by now other from the beacon of the transfer, David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano. You know how it is. It's like running 400-meter relay. Mick Ruby is running the 300, and he passes on the beacon to the big boys. Anyway, enough about that one. Let's talk about another tragic story, and that is regarding Newcastle. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a little bit of a stalker warning when it comes to Newcastle. I mean, Manchester United, as said before, are in the final negotiations with RB Leipzig for Benjamin Sesco. However, for Manchester United, he is Sesco. But for Newcastle, it's becoming a little bit that sends the representatives over there, just in case the deal falls through, he is becoming Obsesco. This is kind of a little bit of a creepy vibes, lads and lasses. You know, the black and white zebras now moving like hyenas, creepy vibes. As a United correspondent and a fan, I get it from a Newcastle perspective, but a zebra crossing meant to be walking over. A zebra crossing is always a zebra crossing. Guys, if you're Newcastle sitting there waiting for this to collapse, just get out of there. Time to scan the Ryanair black and white QR code and fly back to Newcastle, because this deal is Robinson done and dusted. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Carlos Baleba, because this morning I did a video and I said I cannot believe it that Manchester United in this window, finishing 15th in the league, are getting Cunha over the line, or getting Mbeumo over the line, or getting Sesco over the line. And now the midfielder that everyone has been talking about. We're talking about Carlos Baleba, of course, from Brighton. Now, David Ornstein came out earlier yesterday and also confirmed by Fabrizio Romano that has been contacts, and it's been downplayed also by the CEO of Brighton to say, nah, he's not for sale, but they're also thinking to extend his contract to keep him, because once Manchester United comes in, a bigger club, whoa, bye. There is a deal to be made. And why would Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein mention something if this wasn't having any legs at all? However, when we look at Brighton itself, that is an impeccable model and how they conduct themselves. They bought in Baleba for less than £5 million. They bought in Casado for £7 million, and they sell them for 100 million to Chelsea, including McAllister as well, that they also sold to Liverpool. So in terms of the evaluation, we know that Brighton, they do well business. They say 100 million, it's going to be 100 million. But reports coming out say that is a price to be set, and that is 90 million plus 10 add-ons, which I believe is a little bit over evaluation. So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we're going to talk about how Manchester United can afford to do this deal. This is a player that I really, really want, and this is according to reports saying that Ruben Amorim really, really fancies as the number one top target in the midfield. Let me know in the thoughts and feelings what you think. But the way Manchester United can actually fund the deal is linked to Garnacho, 100%, and Rasmus Højlund. Not so much as Rasmus Højlund because he's not on high wages. And yes, in a way, if Manchester United managed to get money for Rasmus Højlund, there would be definitely money in impact, but the one to keep your eyes on is definitely Garnacho. As a homegrown talent, the Manchester United bought for only £175,000. If Manchester United managed to sell him to Chelsea, which by the way, are now, according to Fabrizio Romano, in advanced talking about to sign Garnacho to Chelsea, Manchester United can stand firm on the £55 million what they're asking for, but we keep hearing that Chelsea want to lowball Manchester United with a £35 million bid, which I think is ridiculous. But let's stick to the price of £55 million. That's the Manchester United's evaluation. So being a homegrown talent like Garnacho is, that means that if you sell him for that price, homegrown talent is a pure profit on the PSR books. If Manchester United gathers 55 million for him, that is equaling triple amount on the price, which is equaling almost 150 million pounds. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is why Manchester United are now moving potentially for Baleba, because they know there will be money in the bank. They probably know the Garnacho is getting sold to Chelsea, but not for 30, not for 35. I believe the Manchester United will be strongholding Chelsea to say, look, you sold us Mason Mount that has 1 year left on his contract. You sold Madueke for 55 million. Garnacho is far much better player. Yeah? So are you joking? Are you having a laugh? So Manchester United has to stick on the 55 million pounds in order to go to Baleba and Brighton to say, here's the money. I believe that this deal will happen only if we manage to sell Garnacho. And by the way, there's news also coming out that Manchester United and Inter Milan, not Inter Milan, but AC Milan and Garnacho, not Garnacho, sorry, again, too many things floating around. If you know, you know. It's the end of the transfer window. I mean, Rasmus Højlund is now open to join AC Milan. This is going to be very interesting, but what will it be? Will it be a potential loan with an option to buy? I don't think that Manchester United will sell him at this window or this rate, because their valuation is about 45 million for Rasmus Højlund. Guys, at the end of the day, Baleba is a player that I want, but I'm going to be a little bit of a devil's advocate here. So I want to hear your thoughts and feelings. 100 million with add-ons. Is that a little bit too much? It's a little bit too steep when we know that the plan B and plan C, according to my understanding coming out from the Manchester United's camp, is that we are looking at Hayden Hackney from Middlesbrough. That will cost Manchester United £15 million. Number two is definitely Javi Guerra from Valencia. That's a deal that I can get for 25 million. So 20, 20, 10, 10, 25, 35 million pounds. They can spend maximum 40 million pounds for two midfielders. In my understanding, if this deal cannot be done for Baleba, I say that park this one and take it for the next year, right? But there's a double-edged sword that Brighton might force Baleba to sign a new contract with a new deal. And by the way, there's reports coming in that he's on dirt cheap wages, only £13,000 per week. Even championship players and our academy players are earning that wages in a week. So wages would not be a problem for Baleba. But however, I think that Brighton will try to sort of get him to sign a new deal, offer him a little bit more money. But if Manchester United keeps knocking on your door, we keep hearing that Baleba is a Manchester United fan. Will he do it? I believe certainly we can do this deal. Time will tell if it's heaven or hell, blue skies or rain. How I wish you were here, Baleba. Anyway, guys, let me know all of what I said here, leave your comments in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you never miss when Mick Ruby posts a video or go live. This has been Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV, having my say, making a little bit of a lighten this transfer day. Guys, see you to the next one. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Send it.